I took a little mini break from reviewing movies, and here I am, coming back strong with talk about a movie that misses the point completely. This is Rollerball, the 2002 remake, directed by John McTiernan. Yes, the guy who did Predator, Die Hard, and Hunt for Red October directed this. It's written by Larry Ferguson and John Pogue. Now, Larry Ferguson, he also co-wrote like Hunt for Red October and The Presidio, a movie that I've reviewed. So you've got a good director, you've got a decent writer. What the fuck went wrong? Holy shit. We've got Chris Klein, Jean Reno, LL Cool J, Rebecca Romaine, and Naveen Andrews in this. And what is this movie? Well, it is the remake of the 1979 sci-fi fucking classic Rollerball. A movie that is hard for me to review because I love it so much. It will just be me having an excuse to watch it, coming on here and being like, Rollerball, that old classic movie, is awesome and you all should fucking watch it always forever because it's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. There is my review for the 1975 Rollerball. Now, while I tear this, I'm going to talk about the 2002 version, which isn't even set in the future. It's set in the day it's made, 2002. So the remake of Rollerball is set 18 years, or 16 years before wasn't the old one in 2018 or something? And we follow Chris Klein. I knew this movie wasn't going to be as good as the original because the role of Jonathan, played by James Caan, is played by a guy from American Pie. At least it wasn't the pie fuck dude. This might have been a little better if Jason Biggs was in this. Who knows? And he's just some kind of extreme sports guy who wants to get into hockey, and his buddy LL Cool J is like, I'm making lots of money playing rollerball. Come play with me. So he does. And this movie has no world building. You're never really clear on the rules of the game. And the games themselves, I never really know what's going on. They're just doing whatever the fuck they want and just filming it and hoping they can cut it into something that resembles a game, maybe, because none of the games feel like a game in this. It just feels like they're skating around and punching each other. Like, I know that's the original too, but you always had a clear understanding of the rules and the concepts of the game. In this one, even Paul Heyman, who's on commentary at one point, right at the start of the movie, he's telling you all sorts of the rules of the game, which go over my head. And then he goes, oh, there's more rules to this game, but they're all in Russian. So why wouldn't he have a complete set of the rules? If the rules are that convoluted, the game's probably crap. How do you go from a movie that, yeah, looks 70s as hell, but has a great message and all that about inspiration, about the power of the individual, all this kind of stuff. What do you do in this one? You make it extreme. You give it new metal. Like one of the producers must have been like, I've got a 14-year-old. What music's he into? Oh, yeah. And so you've got, here comes the boom, Ready or Not, and all this kind of shit, and Rob Zombie at the time, and all Slipknot, all this kind of crap. It's not in the future. It's just set in another country that's oppressive and stuff like that, which is supposed to, allow Jonathan to rally everyone behind him and things like that. There's very little team camaraderie. They try to do that. They try to introduce all these mysteries and shit. It's really predictable. Even at the start, like LL Cool J's like, I'm 2 years from retirement. And you're just like, oh, he's going to die. And he does, in one of the worst death scenes I have ever seen in a movie. LL Cool J and Chris Klein, they're trying to make a run for the border, so they have to play this game anymore. And the whole sequence is, those night vision goggles that you see in movies and stuff? The vision that you get from that? The whole thing is filmed like a bad sex tape with the fucking, and you can't hardly see what's going on. And it's supposed to be a truck being chased by other things, then a motorcycle and all this stuff. It's all filmed like that. Why? Why did you do that? Aren't you John McTiernan, the man who's made arguably some of the most influential action movies of all time? What are you doing? What are you doing? there's always too many cuts in the action as well. It's just like, holy crap, just let me see what's going on, please. So you've got a lead that's not as charismatic as James Caan. You've got confusing action. You've got predictable storytelling. You've got Jean Reno being a fucking cartoon villain. Again. And everything just coalesces in a total mess. It's a total mess. This movie's never sure what it wants to be. And thankfully, it's shorter than the original. Like the whole time I was wishing I was watching the slower, longer original, because that's never boring. It's always clear what's going on. It has a great message. It's awesome. It has one of the best endings in movies. That's all I had to say. And you see the face. There's nothing memorable about this film, unless you like boobs. So I guess there's that. Predictable, bad, not all that great in the choreography, and an ending that's bullshit and lame. And rather than give us this really cool close-up visual of Chris Klein and then some kind of music, it ends with a Rob Zombie tune. Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Oh yeah, this movie's a 2 out of 10. It's bad. I'll let you decide what I gave the 2 points to. This movie sucked. And I had a good time watching it. It's bad suck, but it's short suck and it's over. Wasn't so hard. Back in the swing of things.